Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record her.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
Ah, there we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
And works.
Hi everybody, Canna Beard here. How the heck are you doing? I hope you're well. Today on Friday Night Gardening, we're gonna talk about LST and look at the results of 1 week of just simply bending the plants over. LST, for anybody that's not in the know, is low stress training. It just means training your plant, essentially. Plant yoga, if you will. A little bit of stretching. Take your plant, you stretch it over so that it's bent over. Instead of being up like this, it's bent over like this. And all of the arms will turn and become tops. And instead of one main cola, you'll get like 6 or 8 colas. It's amazing. It's the way to grow. It really is. Low stress training is amazing stuff. Now, first off, before we get rid of all of this wonderful lighting that I've got going on here behind me, let's thank today's sponsor, MARSHYDRO. You can use my name right here, Canna Beard. Save yourself some money off of any of MARSHYDRO's products. Currently, I am loving their clip-on fans, and I'm using an Fc8000 light system. It's the 5x5 light, and I've got the entire setup of the ADLITE system, which is the there's an extra blue, there's a far red, ultraviolet, and infrared, and then also right over here I've got this amazing smart plug that monitors all of it and runs it all on very, very weird timers. Some of them only need to be on for 10 minutes an hour, and that's a weird system to set up. So this thing right here does it all, and then it all comes over to this brain over here. Once again, you can buy all of these things using my code, save yourself some money, etc., etc., etc. So for right now, for today's purposes, let's switch these things into manual and turn them off. And then the blue. Actually, fun fact, I need to switch out the blue. The blue's been here for a while, but it's time to switch it out. We're going to be going over to the deep red because we're in the beginning stages of flower now already. Here we are. What week is this? This is week, did it say week 7 on today's show? Does it say today's show there? It doesn't say today's show on my thing. Anyway, I believe we're in week 7, and that includes the germination period and stuff. I just heard this thing click on here behind me. Oh, thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. I forgot the frickin' thing was still up there. I just heard this thing click over here behind me. This is the AIRCUBE watering system, and it just flipped over. It had just done a 15-minute cycle on all of these ladies over here. We'll get in there right quick like and have a look. I wanted to come over here and have a chat with chat here. Do I like music in the grow tent? Do you like music in the grow tent for increasing THC? Well, I don't know if that's true. There has been studies done that prove that plants do respond positively to positive music. I don't want to say it's necessarily good vibes, but they did a test of like calming meditation music versus like heavy metal, and the heavy metal plants didn't do very good, which is weird because I love heavy metal. And heavy metal should make everything grow better. But apparently they did grow better under that. But potency, as far as extra THC, I have no idea. I don't know anybody that's tried that, tested that with any gusto. But let me come over here and read more chat here. I might get something at the end of the month. Looking for outdoor grow, looking towards your outdoor grow this year. I wish I could grow outdoor this year, but we're moving. I think I've been telling you guys that for a while, but we're moving, in case you didn't know. Probably about the beginning of summer is right when our move is going to happen. Probably shortly after this batch here is done growing. It's not the matter of the timing of when I'm growing, it's the matter of when the house that we're moving into is going to be available. They're doing a lot of renos on it and stuff. And since we haven't had we haven't given our notice yet, we don't actually know exactly a move-in date yet. So we're hoping for July 1st, but we'll see. We'll see. To continue on my discussion a little bit before I get down there and we show you the plants, I am using pH Perfect from Advanced Nutrients. I'm using the pH Perfect line. I've got maybe not all of the rest of them, but I got a whole bunch of their other little etceteras. Flawless Finish, Big Bud, Bud Candy, Overdrive, their pH Balancer, and their CalMag supplement as well as their Grow Macro Bloom. I'm using a little bit of Hygrozyme to make sure that my organics don't overtake things, and Microbial Mass and Cheeto Sal for foliar sprays for health of the plants. Well, and the water is pH'd right at about 6.0. Well, it was 6.5 the last time I looked. It was pretty close to just 6 even. And I just did a water change in here a couple days ago. I put a brand new set of water in here, and the water is currently sitting at 500 ppm, and I'm going to raise it a little bit here. I'm going to start bringing it up to about 700 or 800 ppm over the next week, because it's just starting to get into that flower stage now. So I've just started to add some of the bit more of the bloom than the grow kind of thing. That's sort of the way it works with the 3-point system. Music is a form of LST. I've never tried this myself. I've never really thought about like putting a radio or something in here and giving them constant music, but that's a thought for the future. By the way, everybody, you might eagle eyes might notice that I got a nice clean tip. Well, give me a second and I'll clean it off here a little bit, but the tips are in. They finally fucking showed up. 3 months, 4 months, 5.5 months of ordering, waiting and reordering and waiting and reordering. I finally got them. So soon, this is a prototype. This is a blank prototype. The official ones will say dab time on them, and there is only gonna be 50 units made. So you're gonna have to come and get them as quick as you can. I will let everybody know with due diligence before they're available, but within the next couple weeks, dab blasters will be available for a very short time. As I said, only 50 are being made, and I'm probably going to keep one and give away one. So we're talking to like 47 or 48 units only. Smoking a mixture of green crack and super lemon haze. I just sort of had them both in the container, and I was having a hard time getting some of it out of one of the corners, so I just heated the whole container, and now it's all sort of like become one congealed soup of dabs. Yeah, so anyway, dab blasters soon. Yay. I will again let everybody know. I will let everybody know as they get closer to launch. And here we go down into the cannabis area here. So again, this is the AIRCUBE system. For anybody that doesn't know what the AIRCUBE system, I'll give you the quick rundown. There's a reservoir full of water here, about 20 odd gallons. It's a 25 gallon. I never have it totally full. It's about 20 gallons right now. Is what that does is that automatically is a timer on this bad boy. And right now I've got it set for 3 times a day, but for 3 times a day, it turns on for 15 minutes. And what it does is it fills up this little bucket right here with water, and there's some float sensors and stuff, a whole bunch of float sensors in there, and it knows when it's evened out. You can set the level up or down a little bit, and it evens out. And because all of these are plumbed in on the same system, and the water hole is on the bottom, all of the water evens out. So these all fill with water to the same height as this, and it holds it for 15 minutes, and then it drains it all and pumps it, you know, back into the reservoir. But in doing so, it sucks air down into the root zone and stuff due to the capillary action of the flood and drain systems like this. And that's what I'm using currently. I'm totally loving how easy this is and how hands-off it is. You set the water and you pretty much forget it. I kind of love it. I haven't been having to do much maintenance. You know, I check the water, I check the pH, I refill the humidifier, and that's about it, man. I do a little tiny bit of, you know, low stress training, but past that, there's almost no maintenance. This thing is, this AIRCUBE system is so hands-free. I don't have to, I don't water anymore. I just set it and forget it, and I love that. So first off, this little frickin' thing here. Let's take a look at this one. We almost killed this one. Hold on, I got cables running around. Yeah, we almost killed this one here a week ago. It's just not doing very good. It's all spindly and unhappy looking, and the leaves are doing all these weird, like I said, they're doing this weird thing where they grow more on one side of the leaf than on the other, and it makes the leaves all twisty and stuff, and it's just kind of growing weird. I no longer think that this one here is transplant stress. I'm pretty damn sure that this is just a bad pheno. We got a bunk pheno right here. We got a bunk grow. All the rest of them are fine. That one right there, no good. Under normal circumstances, I probably would have just pulled this. But I kind of like growing the weird ones and seeing what happens, seeing what I can get out of it, even though it's probably not going to be very much. But then you take a look at the one behind it. Now that plant has gone right off the frickin' res, man. It is crazy. Look at that. It is jungle time. Jungle, jungle, jungle. Look at this. So this is what happens when it comes to tops. You see how many tops are on there? How many we got there? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, maybe 11 tops, man. Holy crap. Instead of just one, like this plant over here, right? This plant right here is gonna have one top, and it's gonna have a couple of pretty prominent arms. We're gonna have 1, 2, 3, 4 prominent arms. And that's okay, that's okay. But if I had bent it over, look what this one does by stretching it over. Like this right here is the actual top. That would have been up there this week had I not done anything. And same with this one right here. This one here is also going bonkers, as you can see. It's just given us a whole bunch of tops. We got top, top, top. This was a side branch, and it's actually taller than the cola. This is actually the top of the plant right here. And some of these side branches are taller than the top right now. But we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 tops. on this one instead of one with potentially 4 arms. So instead of 5 major bud sites, 5 major bud sites, we're gonna have like a frickin' dozen on each of these. And that's pretty awesome. I do want to kind of come in here real quick. I don't know how well you can see all this down here, but I want to defoliate a little bit of this down here. Generally, this stuff right here won't really produce any quality to speak of. You're not going to get any good buds. You're not going to get any good weight. It's not going to grow very well. It's just going to waste your time and energies. So lower stuff is kind of why a lot of people lollipop things. That one, actually, that one was a pretty good branch. I probably didn't need to do that one. That one was probably a little bit better than the other side. But and then I'm just going to take these off right here because they're just kind of dragging on the top here, and this little sprout right here, and that's it. That's it. I don't need, this thing's too sparse to defoliate much anyway. I just wanted to get a little bit of that little tiny bit of lower there. That's not gonna, it's not gonna become anything, and I couldn't train this to do much better. It is what it is, you know. It's just a weird plant, especially since let me see if I can show you any of those leaves that are doing that weird. Well, here, I'll just pull this leaf off. I don't care, whatever. I'll just yank a leaf off the side. But you see the leaves there? You see how one side is growing shorter than the other, and it not growing as much, and it makes the leaves twist like this. I've seen this before in other phenotypes, other strains, but so I'm a little bit familiar with this. I don't really know what it is, but it is something that happens. It's just a weird growth pattern. Maybe somebody in comments knows more about it than I, because I'll be honest, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So these are, oh, by the way, I don't think I mentioned this today, but these are all Northern Lights AUTOFLOWERS by Milo Grows Genetics, purchased from Coastal Mary Seeds. You can use my name as a code from Coastal Mary Seeds. Get 25% off your entire order, which is huge. 25% is no joke. And that's it. Once again, Coastal Mary Seeds, and my name, or my code, sorry, is Cannabeard25. That's 25, all one word, Cannabeard25. I hear my cats meowing outside the door here. I don't know if they want to come in here or if they're trying to go outside, because Bunny's out in the garden right now with the chickens out and stuff. But these are growing crazy. Like, look at these already. Here, let me see if I can get in here a little bit tighter and show you the spacing and stuff. Like, it's a friggin' jungle. I'm gonna have to come in here in, I'll probably go another 2 weeks or so, but I'm gonna have to come in and do a little bit of defoliation, even though I didn't really want to. I might even do a little bit more training, like tie this one back this way, tie this one this way, just so that they kind of like have, you know, a little bit more room and they can kind of spread out a little bit more. Because all I've done is, if you look here, is all I've done is just tied it down on one side. The whole plant is leaned over and just tied down with a pipe cleaner, and that's it. That's all I've done. I didn't do, I don't think I really did any defoliation on this. I might have taken a couple of the lower first leaves off, like I just did with this. Like, I might have done that on this, but I don't believe I've done any defoliation. Again, maybe somebody in the chat remembers from last week. I don't think I did, but you know, if I did, it was only like 2 leaves or something like that. No big deal. Not. I wouldn't even call that a proper defoliation. But this one in the back is probably going to need one, and this one in the front is over here is definitely going to need a defoliation here before this grow is finished. Probably, you know, we can probably go a couple weeks or something still. Looking good though, looking good. And let me see here, what else is happening? Yeah, I'll have that far red bar connected. Well, actually, you know what? Let's do it right now. I have the far red bar hooked up. It's just not plugged in. I just have to unplug the blue one over here and plug in the red in its place. And the same timers and everything like that. So I don't need to worry about timer changes. There. I just replaced the blue with the red, and away we go. And here, I'll show you. I'll turn it on. Let's have a look. So first off, let's turn that off. Let's turn off the shitty room light here. The red blue. There it is. Turn it on. Boom. Wow. It's like a black light. It makes everything foggy looking. Very cool. Very cool, man. Yeah, far out, man, far out. And this humidifier just kicked back on. So this is a smart humidifier. There's a sensor here that. Hold on a second. My wife's yelling at me. Yep.
I know it's your show, but I need your help.
What do you need? You're gonna have to solve that one on your own for just a minute. I'll help you when I'm done. I'm almost done. One of the chickens escaped and Bunny wants some help frickin' wrangling it. One of them got behind the greenhouse and she doesn't know how to get back there. Well, she knows how to get back there, she just doesn't want to. Yeah, that's pretty cool, eh? The far red, that's far out. Put the timer one back on. Oh. Yeah, let's turn that down for the time being here. You turn the white of it down quite a bit. Yeah, the full red spectrum is on right now. And so if I turn off just that 10% light, it goes crazy red, but I put on 10% of the full spectrum and it goes kind of normalized again. Interesting. So I'm gonna put that back to the timer, putting that back up to about 90% light. That's about where I'm running it right now. And everything else is good. Cool. Well, everybody, I'm gonna go help my wife wrangle some chickens so she doesn't start swearing at me and cursing my name out there. And I'm kind of done the episode anyway. So if you liked the episode, like the episode. If you hated the episode, thumbs down the thing. Interact with it, for Christ's sakes. Let me know in the comments below what you think of all this. And like I said, if you've got any comments on what I was saying earlier about what the heck was I saying? I know I was saying the defoliation, and I was talking about oh, I know what it was. I was talking about the whole music. Somebody in chat there was mentioning music as a sort of a fertilizer, if you will, something that'll help your plants grow. Anyway, let me know in the comments. Just like that. I'll see you guys on Twitch. I Twitch almost every single day. I'll be on there later tonight. And if not, I'll see you guys for Sunday session on Sunday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time. I'll catch you there for coffee and dabs. But I got to go help wrangle some chickens. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a good night.